Welcome everyone, Christine here with my campaign guide for Grombrindal in patch 5.0 with Thrones of Decay. And for this particular video, I am going to show you how to effectively end up dominating Nagrand in this campaign. Grombrindal's campaign is fairly simple. You have to beat up Malekith because your victory condition, your short campaign victory condition does require to deal with him. But there's also other considerations. Both you and Malekith actually started war with the same faction. It is the Skaven. And you also have Valkia, you have a minor beastman faction, you have ogres, you have Katep, Tarax, etc. And you do have grudges, legendary grudges even, to deal with a lot of the factions around you. Specifically, Malekith, Harganeth, and Morathi. So, how are we going to go about this? Well, first and foremost, we do start with the tier 1 barracks, so we want to get it to tier 2 because we want Quarrelers and crucially we want the Thane. I mean, to be honest, it's more valuable for the sake of the Thane than the actual Quarrelers because there's other options with respect to that. Now, your faction effects aren't particularly great, but your blue skill line is genuinely the best in game. Getting 15% campaign movement range for all your armies and then an additional 15% campaign movement range for Grombrindal is fantastic. Now, for the sake of this video, I have absolutely no mods enabled with the exception of Toggle Fog of War just to show you that campaign situation. Beyond that, absolutely nothing. No auto-resolve mods, nothing like that. Now, over here you will have a choice to make. What are you going to go for? Are you going to go for Thunders and Iron Drakes, or you can go for Engineers and Gyrocopters. Now, there's pros and cons of both of them, though I would say if you're dealing with High Elves, with Dark Elves, I would certainly argue that Gyrocopters are not necessarily going to be the best unit. However, Thunderers and Iron Drakes also have their issues. I mean, they're great units, but you already start with one Thunderer, one Iron Drake, so it may not necessarily be the biggest priority, at least at the start. You may instead want to get an Engineer as quickly as possible for the extra campaign movement range. You can get the campaign movement range cap in this campaign and rely instead on Quarrelers because they will get the job done. Research-wise, you want to get Way of the Guilds into Heavy Cornstones, into High King Authority, get Rat Poison when that's available, though that's not necessarily the biggest priority in this campaign because Grombrindal can improve that as well. So anyway, we have to deal with some Skaven. This is a bunch of Skaven slaves. Again, no mods, no auto-resolve, nothing like that. There will be plenty of auto-resolves in this video because the Dwarfs have a good auto-resolve army because they have a lot of heavily armored units with good leadership. And on top of that, Grombrindal has really good casualty replenishment for himself with Dancers. So you fight, you can manually fight this battle. Just keep in mind that the leader of this army can do some damage. And what you want to do here, like normally I would say fight battles manually. If you want to get Execute and Lucas, you can get more Oath Gold. Very important point. But here, we want to go for Drink to Victory. The reason we want to do so, it gives that experience benefit. And if we go over here for the Eldar Spire, again, auto-resolve. This one I would probably find manually, but it's not really too important. And we loot and occupy it, right? We just loot, we just occupy it. And you can see Gorog has increased its duration over there. Now, I am going to recruit another Lord right here. You can go with either a Demon Slayer. Now, the Demon Slayer is really good because he has Siege Attacker as an ability. So he can attack capitals and give you that kind of level of flexibility that you may want. So we're just going to go with that, and I am going to get one Dwarf Warrior and one Miner with Blasting Charges, and we're going to get absolutely Relentless for Grombrindal there as well. Get a Rune of Speed, we want to get a Rune of Wrath and Ruin. We're not going to recruit artillery because, to be honest with you, artillery right now is not necessarily a priority for the dwarves. I'm going to demolish this particular building. No, I could easily keep it as well for the extra growth. Pros and cons. That said, I do want Oath Gold, the Oath Gold building, but maybe that's just that growth benefit. There's no factions you can declare war on over here. That wouldn't make sense. Like, except those greenskins, and they will attack the Dracula Spire if you do so. Okay, so the next objective is going to be the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. The reason I recruited that Demon Slayer over there is because I want to move Grombrindal very close to that settlement to attack it next turn, but I also want to be able to recruit because I want more miners of blasting charges. I would say like more than 2 of them is not necessarily worth it. They can do some good damage, but it's like they're very vulnerable to range attacks, and so I would rather get Dwarf Warriors, combination of both. So we're already going for the gyrocopter stuff. Gyrocopter stacks can work in every campaign, but I would say they work worse than Grombrindal's campaign because unlike every other dwarf faction, so if we see over here, if we just move Grombrindal to max over here, although first off we're just going to move him here. We're then going to take the units that are damaged in his army right here. So we're just talking about these miners. So we're just going to take those miners.
How can I help?
Actually force march him right here. And recruit more Dwarf Warriors and miners with blasting charges. Next turn we're going to get the Living Ancestor effect. Okay, so we see Valkia. Let's declare war on Grand over here. Just a bit of money. It's not going to be a lot, but I will crucially make that money back by declaring war on Valkia in return. Or declaring war on the Greenskins. Like, this is the thing. You should view declarations of war as not just being a case of like, oh, I'm going to get money from the declaration of war. No, you can get a lot of money for the through peace once the war is sorted out. Now over here, those beastmen that I mentioned. Keep in mind that this is pretty short. Yeah, so this is on legendary very hard with normal stats modifier. Iron Man mode turn off because I hate the performance impact. So with respect to the beastmen, they do have a tendency towards moving near the altar of ultimate darkness if you're lucky enough for that to happen. If that does happen, declare war on them and wipe them out. So let's see if that happens, because like they can be annoying. I mean, beastmen are not really a danger, but they can certainly be an annoyance to deal with. Now, over here we get Living Ancestor. We get a bunch of different effects over here. You can either get, like, I would ignore Grimnir's Strength or Grombrindal's Fury and instead go for Grimnir's Teachings or for Valea's Protection. Given the fact that we don't have a way to get a Dragon Slayer anytime soon, I would firmly recommend getting Valea's Protection. That casualty replenishment, even if you fight these battles manually, it can be very significant. Okay, so we can already win this particular battle on our own, although we are going to want to move these units here, and you can see that we already can recruit those Quarrelers, and we want to declare war on them. That Demon Slayer is going to count towards our result. So it is a Pyrrhic victory, but remember that 20% casualty replenishment is no joke, and doing this you eliminate the army for most part. It would have been nice if he had died as well, but we can probably chase him down as well, no problem. So get Root Marcher for the Demon Slayer. For Grombrindal, we want to get Absolutely Relentless, and then we want to stop. Over here, we want to switch to Recruitment Capacity Recruitment and get regular Quarrelers. Money is going to be a bit tight early on over here. Get Rune of Wrath and Ruin. You can see that we got another Barracks. Engineer is going to be coming in. And whether or not you want to recruit any gyrocopters, that's really going to be up to you. So, okay, over here, Grand is not quite yet willing to concede that particular war, but they will be. So the reason they will be is because they're only going to have that attitude as long as Valkia doesn't beat the crap out of them. Keep in mind, you probably don't want to enter in a war with Valkia for like 15 turns. The reason you don't want to enter in a war with Valkia is that, at least that point, it's very easy to complete your first Age of Reckoning. And when you do complete it, you can send your Age of Reckoning army to basically safeguard your capital. Because one of the problems with this particular starting position is that the fact if you end up in a war with Valkia, chances are the Mung are also going to be an annoyance. Now, so those beastmen have run away, not really an issue. So over here, we move him to the very border right here. We move Grombrindal. as well, and we can set a trap.
On.
So we're just gonna put them in ambush.
I'll do it. Strolling.
And
Then. Heading out.
okay.
On my way. Slayer.
Okay, just put them in ambush over here, because that is gonna be a good ambush chance. And use him to recruit. I'd say, you know, let's just get some gyrocopters for the hell of it. Let's see if they're willing now to accept defeat. Not yet. Okay, so what other options do we have that would make sense? Not any at this point, so what do I do? Well, I guess I'm just gonna stop recruitment for a moment because there's bigger priorities. I want to get that oath gold, and I would really like to get that master engineer. But if I have to choose, I think I'm gonna choose the master engineer, because like we just want that extra campaign movement. So get the master engineer, get the Thane, if I can. So we got both the Thane. Probably should have recruited him like last turn, but it's no problem. The best trait is conventional. So like one of the things you can do is just start a campaign until you can get at least one conventional, because it gives you this ammo missile strength for artillery, which, yes, it is powerful. So we're losing a bit of money, but there is a good chance. So like Grombrindal may be able to attack that settlement. The Demon Slayer with Grombrindal, again, no unresolved mods. Like everything you're seeing here is pure freaking vanilla. Obviously, I'll have to fight against Malekith. Or maybe not. We will see. Regardless. So yeah, money is being lost right now. I do want to get those gyrocopters though. Like, the moment Grond is willing to submit to me is the moment things get a lot easier money-wise, because then I'll be able to turn around. Okay, so should be able to get that declaration piece. Like, the Beastmen there, they're not going to recruit any units. They might attack one of your garrisons, but Dwarf garrisons are really good at dealing with this kind of trash. Okay, so bit of money. I would not go for the declaration of war. Like, you can get one of these grudges, one of these events. Let's add them into the book, because that's going to add a decent amount of grudges. And now we can, well, we can get the peace agreement with the Beastmen for whatever reason. Okay, still not quite yet where I want them to be. It would be some decent money, but they still have too much territory, so maybe next turn they'd be willing to, well, submit. Okay. So over here we can get the Thane and we can get the Engineer. Again, like another Pyrrhic victory, but that 20% casualty replenishment is freaking insane. Get that Engineer. Actually, let's just put them in this army, because, yeah, we're gonna recruit more stuff. Okay, so Grombrindal. Auto-resolve that, no problem. Though if you just want to minimize your casualties, you can obviously fight it manually. So over here we can finally get that oath gold. We do have enough surplus points, but yeah, money is tight right now. There is something I can do and give them this. Maybe I want to do it, but after next turn. So yeah, I know that I'm losing stuff here. Like, I'm losing some power, certainly some time that I do need. Let's do this instead. We're gonna take that Engineer and put him in this army. The Skaven might have retreated for this particular settlement. So we can move Grombrindal back inside the settlement, but there's a... Okay, yeah, I can't put that back in. Alright. Alright, so over here, he's kind of done his job. Like, what I needed him for was the initial stuff. The reason I'm dismissing him is I won't be using him. Okay, so over here for Grombrindal, just get Inspiring Presence and then basically stop with all the skills. Get training. Now, if I can get the peace agreement with Gron next turn, it may vary. Like, I'm not necessarily in a hurry to get the peace to sell this territory to the ogres, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this territory, sell it to the ogres, get some money, right? I may also... Like, I kind of wanted to save a bit of money with that Dragon Slayer, but, you know, I may also want to move Grombrindal in such a position that... Like, I want to be able to attack Malekith's settlement there. Like, the one advantage you do have in this kind of situation is that you... Okay, move there. You get... Okay, we can get that at the very least.
Success.
Alright, so the Skaven are still alive. I know where they are, but they're not really a priority.
Right, I'll tinker. An artillery
Okay, so
train
we
to
got
speed us up. You know
recruitment
who I am.
slots. We're gonna get rid of the
I am
miners because they're
the
not
Red
important.
Dwarf.
Okay, so 2 gyrocopters, decent enough. And you know what? The ogres are not gonna give me any more money than they already have, so let's just sell this particular settlement to them. And that's gonna solve my financial issues. So over here, upgrade the provincial capital. And yeah, we can get another quarreler. Go regular quarrelers in this situation. We'll start recruiting another army. And let's put something to the test, because I'm really curious about this, if I'll actually recruit that. So now, we have 3 heroes. We're missing, obviously, the Dragon Slayer. Now, gyrocopters, not necessarily the best unit to deal with Malekith, but a pretty good unit to deal with everything else. Like, Valkia, she can bring Chaos Furies, you got freaking quarrelers, right? So now we're going to start upgrading those settlements. We're getting that growth. We're moving in the direction of dealing with Malekith. Like, that's the thing about Grombrindal's campaign. This is why you steamroll so easily with freaking Grombrindal. You become really powerful, and you maintain that power. Like, you can play an entire campaign as Grombrindal and out-resolve your freaking way to victory. Because, like, you get that campaign movement range. So you can outmaneuver any opponent. Like, I'm not sure what my movement range is right here, because I would be really curious. It says, so the hero is giving me 10%, so 25%. I'm not quite going to be there soon enough. Okay, so let's take a gander at the situation over here. I am a bit concerned about the Skaven right now. But maybe I shouldn't be. Okay, so we got all that sweet growth. I think I'm going to keep it for a moment. So I did recruit everything. Weirdly enough, I have had issues before in other campaigns. Okay, so Malekith is unlikely to be here. Okay, this is an opportunity that I shouldn't ignore. Like, what's gonna happen here is, like, just flat out something you shouldn't ignore. It may not happen in your campaign, so I'm gonna need another army. Let's get, can we get, yeah, Grungni. That's pretty good. So unfortunately, Grungni only works in the province you're in the settlement you're in. So it's obviously not going to affect the construction cost in other settlements. But yeah, we just want to go for that again. And now, we go to Grand, we declare war on Valkia. Because the Moon only have that one army. So I eliminate that army. If you end up in this kind of situation, you gotta make the choice. You gotta make the call. Like, I wish I could have destroyed that entire Beastman army, but it's not really important. And so yeah, over here, very easy affair. Right? Took some damage, not a problem. Not a freaking problem. Because again, we do have that casualty replenishment, very significant casualty replenishment. The only ones who could attack me over here are the Skaven, so I'm not really worried about that right now. Okay, we can get some more improvements over there, but I'm not going to do so. You want to get Damping, Forge Fire, because it does give you that reduction of armor for enemies. Over here, get increased mobility and break open the casket. For him, training and armor. Make sure you always focus on the replenishment of your make sure you always focus on the survivability of your guys. So, okay, we're recruiting a bunch of stuff. May not be able to afford it if I can't, you know, if certain things like Har Cauldron may fall over here. but we shall see. So how is he doing? He seems to be doing good. So we eliminated the Mung main army. Valkia can be a problem, but I'm not particularly concerned about it right now, to be honest with you. So yeah, like I might have to cancel these quarrelers next turn. It depends on how things. Oh, and don't worry, we're gonna go after a Grand soon enough, or sooner rather than later. Now, I don't really care if Valkia takes takes Harkaldra down. As long as she doesn't take the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Valkia moving to the south like the Skaven might. They could very well show up at my capital, which would be a problem. But really, as long as I maintain my initial army, it doesn't matter how, if an entire Skaven stack shows up to wipe out my capital. Though, yeah, that was just the situation with the Mung. Like, this is the key that you need to understand about playing a campaign in Total War. It is about these kind of situations and taking advantage of these kind of things in your campaign. So we got an army over there. We got Quest Bal. I firmly recommend that... Okay, so we can get more gyrocopters. And we are going to do so. And now we're going to fight this particular battle, but first we were just going to cancel it. Like, I would recommend fighting these battles as quickly as you get them, because they are going to give you a ton of gold. Like, you're going to get 10k gold plus. This is a very easy battle, not even going to cover it. I will fight them manually. I don't have, as I said, I don't have any auto-resolve mod. I don't have anything like that, so let me just fight this battle manually. Okay, that was fairly easy, and over here we're going to get execute and loot a bit of oath gold, not necessarily too much. We still have one turn of Gorog, which, yeah, could have extended that. We got his armor, we got a good amount of money. 6,000 in this case. It can be more in later battles. That one didn't have a lot of enemies. What you want to get here is Ward Breaker to reduce enemy missile resistance. For the Runesmith, get armor, and over here more mobility, and not triangulation, get requisition. You actually want the ammo as a priority. And just save your points. Like, only spend those points if you absolutely have to spend those points. Because you can and get benefits, but you can get a lot more benefits if you do save up to just get to rank 12, which I'm very close to, and just, spend them. Now, very importantly here, we just got more vision. We can declare war on Khazrak and the Black Pit Tribe. And even get a non-aggression pact with Midland. So that's more money. I'm not going to make any agreements with Grom, because obviously I'm going to wipe them out eventually. They do have that juicy gold mine. Okay, so my army, almost full strength. Very easy stuff. Not a problem. I could get the regiment right now, but I'm not really in a hurry. Okay, so over here, still getting more growth. Yeah, let's get rid of this, because I want... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I want more units. And specifically, I do want to start getting our Andrigs and Thunderers. Like, again, it's not a good idea against Malekith, but it's a good idea against Valkia. So, it's like, yeah, Malekith is effectively dead over here in this particular situation. He's not really a concern anymore. He's not going to keep me up at night, but... Valkia, yeah, she can be a problem. She can be a real problem. Quest battles give you vision, which can give you gold, various things. Ignore that. Valkia's probably going to wipe out Grand before she comes running. Now, this is a kind of situation that does happen, because I rushed so much for the Skaven. Malekith went south, because the Skaven are there. They may not always take a settlement. So basically, these Skaven don't necessarily start with Temple Cane, but they usually will pick it up. Okay, so over here, we can't get rat poison because we don't have enough oath gold. But yeah. I mean, this is going to be a battle. Undeniably so. So this is going to be an entire freaking stack of troops. So we start moving this army right here. We start more oath gold. So I think I got enough gyrocopters that I want. So we're just going to get more quarrelers right here. Okay. And now... a big showdown at Malekith's little capital. Now it says close defeat. Gonna go in it, fight it, show you how it's done. It is certainly a lot of troops, so just keep in mind something. I'm just gonna quick save before I do this. But just keep in mind something. You can fight the battle, do a bunch of damage, and have enough movement range to go for round 2. Malekith ain't going anywhere. And if you want an easier time even, another thing worth pointing out, if you want an easier time, you can just directly attack Nagron. Why is that an easier time? Because obviously the garrison is not going to come out, so you just end up having to deal with like, you don't have to deal with all of this, you just have to deal with Malekith's army on the field, and then go deal with the garrison. So, just gonna reload, fight the field battle as I originally intended, but this is just the point I wish to make. Okay, so we got this particular battlefield. Now, this would be much easier if I had the Second Lord and I could disable control large armies, but I can't. Might be a lesson worth there. That dismissing that Demon Slayer may not have necessarily been the wisest idea in some respects. I didn't need the money, and you do always have that balancing act. Regardless of that particular situation, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna position all our guys over here. Gyrocopters in the back. Iron Drakes in the back as well. Grombrindal and the others in the front, because they can take a lot of damage. Malekith does have a lot of power, but is principally ranged power. His melee units aren't particularly great. So if we get our ranged units into a good position where they can pulverize them, we will win. 6 seconds. Alright, let's send those gyrocopters right in and go kill Malekith. Because Malekith dies, they take a lot of damage there. And while the trees that they're in will certainly protect them from a good amount of damage, they will blob up like crazy here. And then die. Don't underestimate the dwarven firepower. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Especially when you got Iron Drakes just shooting. And by the way, my Iron Drakes, they're gonna be pretty well protected here. I don't need to win this battle, I might add. I just need to weaken them. Like, it's obviously gonna be a lot easier if I do it. But I do kind of like, actually I don't need to win this battle at all, because the reason I'm doing this is because I want, like, literally this battle is inconsequential. Like, I don't need to fight this, I could just besiege the city and it would be a lot easier. Also, the nice thing about this kind of situation is the fact, okay, so that's one unit, let's send more units. Disable guard mode. Over there. Alright, so he does have that freaking mage, right? Okay, where are the hammers that I have? Okay, let's pursue. He's almost gone. Don't let him get away. We want him dead.
It is a reckoning! Fight!
Now, we're saying those reinforcements haven't yet deployed. Because we, like, literally deploying on the reinforcements. Like, the thing about the ranged army like this, that Malekith has, I have, all that, it needs time to deploy. Because if they don't deploy properly, well, this does happen. Alright, more shades. Have they killed that hero?
Withstand the tide.
She's almost dead.
As you
That's the one thing we do want to deal with, by the way, there.
For the ancestors.
Alright, so all their reinforcements have been dealt with. Let's pull back, reinforce. We got a good position. We're behind trees. We got not quite the high ground, but we're in we're in a good position, right? So not really something to worry about. Redeploy. Redeploy right there.
We are relentless.
I might need to pursue some of those guys. Okay, so they got away.
Legend.
I know, shades are annoying. What can I say? But Malekith's army was actually the biggest danger, because he had all the magic in it. Like, those mages obviously have their own magic, but it's not going to be substantial. So now, redeploy. Get these guys back, get these guys back. Redeploy. Get Grombrindal and his pals, too. Yeah, you're screwed, Malekith. You fucked up. You screwed up royally. Shouldn't have pissed up Grombrindal. Okay. So now we can, like, you might say, oh, they've got a defensive position. We can lure them. Send a ground unit with range attacks. Yeah, I know that the engineer is not the best unit for this kind of stuff, but keep in mind, we do vastly outrange them. So, just kind of worth saying. What you guys doing? So when I see them moving towards me, or if they do start attacking me, then yeah. And that engineer is gonna do work. And eventually they will be forced to attack here. Like, like either they lose their entire army to a single bloody dwarf with a gun, or they do attack. That's, like, I'm like, it would be the smarter thing. Let's get those dread spears. At one point after they take enough damage, they will attack. I know what you're thinking. I made them immobile for a bit, but it's not really a problem. Okay, let me give these guys some ammo. Okay, pull back. Oh, they're gonna be cheeky bastards that try and flank us. How cute. Gonna have to try better than that, mate. That is a lot of ranged units. But thankfully for me, they won't do shit, so... Where's their mages, though? Alright, let's send these guys after them. Do I have any more bombs? No.
forces out, lads! For the High King!
Alright, he's out of ammo.
Gyrocopter! For the ancestors! Quarterers! Go! One more dwarf on lands! Dwarf warriors! Dowie, attack! Strike out!
Alright, pull him back.
Will do! Yes! To the fight! Shoot the wizard! Nine guarding! Taking aim! Wherever around us!
Believe it or not, I really couldn't care less if I lose all the dwarf warriors.
Take 'em down!
I'll just replace them with quarrelers anyway. Gyrocopters would suck, to be sure, though. But not as big of a problem as you might think. Okay, chase them down.
We demand blood! War of vengeance! And it!
Alright, pull back, pull back. What's that engineer doing?
That'll do! Quarrelers! Move! Throw to me! Gyrocopter! Vengeance!
Come on, pull back.
Gyrocopter! The clans unite! War of vengeance! Get them! And it! The colours and all! That'll do! Warriors! The clans unite! For the High King! Hit your targets well! Let us bleed for the clan! Ready to strike! Will do! Reload!
Alright, more shades.
For the ancestor gods! I'm unstoppable! Quarrelers! Let us a reckoning! Quarrelers! Move! And it! Nothing can stop us! By the ancestors!
Alright, send them there.
Quarrelers! Hit on! Fire on the foe!
We kill their lords, it's over.
Now move it! Over here, over there! Drain them! And it! Dwarf warriors! Shoot the wizards!
But it is gonna put,
Clans unite!
basically come down to that, isn't it?
I'll get my tools! Charge! Attack! Ranged firepower ready! What now?
Alright, they're breaking. They might flee there. Do you want to understand what the key to this battle to winning Nagrand is? Ensuring that I don't lose my quarrelers. Everything else, like genuinely, everything else is freaking disposable in this army. It's just like if I do enough damage here.
War of the ancestors. They'll sing songs of this. Nothing can stop us. Range firepower ready.
Okay, what's the situation? Hammers have taken a, well, hammering.
Begin. I, Kazuk, vengeance. Charge! Let the vengeance begin.
Alright, send those guys after that.
And it. Find your
Call one knights.
Axis out! Right for!
Oh, shit.
Move! Gears of Zuthbar! For the Callison Corps! Range far, range fast! Quarrelers! Yes, Thane! Quarrelers! Pick your targets well!
It's going there.
For the Callison Corps! It is a reckoning! Attack the urge! At to attack! Go! Warhammers! Crosses! Kill them! Scoff! We demand blood! Rikazen! By Valea's will, nothing can stop us! It is a reckoning! Fight! Pop those dwarven legs!
4, 3, 2, 1.
Valea's blessing on us! Get moving! Charge! Rage beyond reckoning! Gyrocopter! Move now! Nothing can stop us! Off we go! Yes, men! Gyrocopter! Strike out! Hello, through! Move! Strike out!
Alright, dark shards there.
Kill X! And X! Dwarf warriors! Drag them! Pull out!
Come on. There we go. Bit bloodier than I would have liked, or a lot bloodier than I would have liked, but Malekith is dead, Pyrrhic victory secured, and I wish to stress that this would have been a lot easier, and I wonder if Malekith is now eliminated. Alright, so she's eliminated. Malekith did walk away, most of the garrison is gone. Just get drink to victory. Let's see what happens here.
Ill considered.
What is this fooling?
As stated. So yeah. This is gonna be pretty easy, I gotta tell you.
Going forward!
I wonder. Well, either
Let's go!
I can pursue and destroy this army, which
You waste my time.
it might be the easier battle, honestly.
Master of runecraft.
Okay. Get Rune of Harfen home. Get scouting. For Grombrindal, get Mountain Strider, get all of this. For the Fane, Iron Beard, always a good stuff. Full plate armor. More requisition. Merge some of these guys together. Okay, so it's telling me I would lose this, but really, look at this garrison. It is gonna be easy. The question I gotta decide here is like, is it worth disengaging here to attack this army and deal with them? Or is it worth just dealing with the settlement? I gotta decide on that. Alright, in a siege like this, you see the reinforcements coming in here. We just deploy against them and we wipe them out. No problem, no stress, no issue whatsoever, and we use our heroes to soak the damage. The towers, they're strong, to be sure, but they do have a range. Like, it's not unlimited. So all you need to do in this kind of situation, just wait for reinforcements, fight them off. Like, it would have been a lot easier if I had just fought the reinforcements in that previous battle. I would have fought the reinforcements, and then maybe I would have had to retreat to get more ammunition. But yeah, no problems right there. So we can also use this. Also, as long as you have a runesmith or Rune of Wrath and Rune, you can win any siege as long as the battle timer is set to unlimited. So
Satisfy the grudge!
just
War of vengeance!
something worth saying.
They'll sing songs of this. Quarrelers! For the High King! War of vengeance! Range fire!
And that will cause some army losses. Now, siege-wise, you can see that tower there? Okay. Let me explain how we deal with this. There's several... We could go over there, or we can do this. We can use Grombrindal to soak a lot of the damage that the towers would do. Because, like, the towers will target... You will target your hero. Also, move that runesmith. So I just need to deal with those shades, throw them off the wall. Okay. Let's move those Iron Drakes closer. And just, yeah, this is one. This is another reasons why I do hate freaking sieges. They're so freaking awful. Constantly, like doing these. Oh, but you shouldn't use cheese tactics, say people. Yeah. Don't care. The Dance of Death. Oh, Grombrindal. Okay. Oh, shit. That's not good. They won't break so easily. There we go. Easy stuff. Hopefully I didn't lose those Iron Drakes, but yeah. Alright, that is a victory. There's still some shade units there. We're just gonna loot and occupy it because I would not mind the rebellion there. In any way, shape, or form. We go for growth. Now, when you occupy a city like this, and there might be an enemy close enough to you, you may want to consider, do I leave the army in the city and potentially take damage if someone besieges me by replenish less? Because you do replenish more in cities. Flashbang, yes, we will get all those juicy benefits. Right there. We can also put him... We can do more global recruitment here as well. I know I'm recruiting a lot of quarrelers. It's not usually what I do, but I do really want a lot of units very quickly. So it's that decision, like, do I risk the possibility that Valkia might show up? I can't beat Valkia with this army. It's too damaged. Like, that's the risk. Like, also you can see I'm at 80% over here with one freaking quest battle. So easy stuff. 7 turns left. So I will just save over here. And you just gotta make those calculated risks in a campaign. You gotta decide, okay, how is it worth it? When is it worth it? Valkia might be able to attack me, but she might go after Grond. Grond is certainly the easier target for her. I don't care if I lose Nagrond here at all, because I've got other priorities. I want to deal with the Skaven. I want to finish off Malekith. And I expect Valkia to show up. That's the thing. Not necessarily now, but I do expect her to come over here in this province. Thing is, Valkia only has one army, and she's at war with Grond. And she's likely... If I was a betting man, and I am because I did just make a bet there. But the thing about Valkia right now is she's kind of like likely in that position. Like, I'm actually more concerned about the Skaven to a certain extent. Okay, so that's another quest battle. Rune Axe with Grombrindal. I will avoid doing that particular quest battle right now. So I can either eliminate the Skaven over there or finish off Malekith. Yeah, I did lose those Iron Drakes. Rip me, but so be it. Okay. I would say get it here. And we can get artillery, but it's not really important. And neither of them is really. So yeah, let's just go finish off these fellows. So either Valkia shows up and takes it, and then we play a bit of ping pong, or I come back, and that is Malekith. Just sort it out. I'm not worried about the Skaven because they're a minor faction. They're not gonna have the ability of dealing with me. I'll get. Let's merge these guys together. This is the point where we get regiments right now. But I may pay for that foolishness. Okay. There are ways, however, of me dealing with that. Okay. So right here, normally I would get Thunderer. I would have gotten it long ago. So how do I deal with the casualty replenishment situation, the bankruptcy situation? Well, get triangulation first and foremost. I could just decide not to repair the settlement, by the way. Like, that is a thing. But here's a way. Go over here, ignore doing the quest battle itself.
Forward.
And then that gives you vision. And you don't have to give a shit about this.
It is dark power.
That's, in
General,
essence,
the dragons have not ordered me to talk with you, so I shall not.
that's, in essence,
Do not.
the
Celestial
key
Ready.
There is only
of all of
Limitless
this.
Dread
So, did we get vision on Castalton is my question.
Darkling.
Doesn't seem like it.
What?
Doesn't. Ah, there we
This
go.
conversation.
But yeah, I already got.
not one Druki on Nagareth.
What you want?
Alright.
Carve and grow.
I could.
Assist me, and I will share freshly chopped.
Yeah, that would not be worth it.
The
Some
Empire-
declarations of war just not worth it
Dwarves
at
have come.
all.
Mistress of Skulls.
Okay, so what do I want? Yeah, get those two buildings. I know I'm losing money still.
One flag. On my way.
It's not gonna be too much of a problem.
What do you want?
I could cancel that, but I kind of don't want to.
All peerless.
Dutch.
Frostweaver.
I would rather not declare war on Malachi. Not now, anyway. So, other options.
The ice go.
Burden. Yours is a short span. So the end justifies.
They won't bother me.
Leader of men.
That's not quite enough money, so I'm gonna cancel the repairs here. Even then, not quite enough.
I'm here now. Vengeful Rune Lord.
Alright, let's just cancel this. We're gonna get a rebellion in this element, but not really a problem.
I do. Onward.
Okay. If Valkia shows up,
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
yeah, just get these guys for now. I'll get more of them later on. Yep, having the underway in this situation is great. I don't care about Clarkorond. Actually, I could go wipe out Tarax before dealing with Valkia. This is the thing, like, you react. Like, if I hadn't seen the Mung right there in a prime position for me to wipe them out there, I wouldn't have done it, right? Because now Valkia is going to show up and deal with our Cauldra. But I don't care. Essentially, I don't care right now. Like, Skaven, yeah, they're going to be a bit of a problem. But, you know, I could even delay the rebellion over there. Rebellions are useful, though. They don't give you a lot of grudges. Like, I want to delay the quest battle. Yeah, let's go with the raid remains. We kind of want to...
Fearless and unbreakable.
Jeez.
You have my axe.
Okay.
Talking is not my strong point. Try else.
When Loic dances.
I.
Dark sorceress.
May only have one choice here. One that I don't really want to make.
Sick. So.
But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Fighter. I'll cast the runes.
So I'm just gonna take this army and sack this element.
Vengeance.
Yeah, that's gonna be another battle. But like, yeah, this army doesn't stand a chance. Oh, look, it's a lot of Skaven. Whatever shall I do? You serious? You think you stand a chance? Okay, let's get some growth. That's gonna be, because that's gonna be over in 2 turns. It's literally just clan rats and a bunch of lords. I think, I'm pretty sure I can handle this, right? So not really a problem. But I just want to sack this element, fight this battle, sack this element, win it easily, right? Corner camp with the quarrelers and the gyrocopters to... Basically, like, there's only 2 flying units, 2 anti-range units, like, unless you count the Marauder Horsemen. And those are very limited range, so I wouldn't. Like, all of these guys, they got outrange by this, right? So it's like, none of them can really do a lot of damage. And besides, their javelins, they're not going to do a ton of damage in that situation. So let me just go fight this battle. Okay, so... Salmon captured. We're just going to sack it and then get out of here, because... or just take it, actually, because I'm pretty sure, like, unless Valkia directly shows up, I can probably hold this place. Yeah, let's just get that. I'm not gonna repair it. Not just yet. I could get some Dwarf warriors. Can't really afford them, though. Yeah. Get Inspiring Presence and get Tradition and Innovation. Okay, over here, get more of those. Money's still an issue.
Your desire? Forbidden magic. Dark.
I find you tiresome. Tiresome things die here.
Alright.
Success. Oh, well.
The Empire. Yes?
Right, there's still only at war with a couple of factions, so I don't have
Mother of Dis.
the ability that I like diplomatically, that is. Still, decent level of money. Over there. I can cancel...
Armed and ready.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna cancel this because... Or what would I want? No, I think I do want that. Problem is I wouldn't have enough cash, so I am going to cancel that. I do want those Iron Drakes more than I want anything else right now, so that's kind of the thing. Could get rid of the barracks, though. I do have the Thanes, and I don't necessarily need more Quarrelers right now. That's all Iron Drakes and Thunderers from this point. Enough gyrocopters. I mean, you could always get more, but I don't much necessarily care for stacks. Like, I'd like more varied armies because they're going to be more useful against different opponents. Of course, going for a single unit build may be more efficient in some ways, but it does limit your options in others. So yeah, Tarax. So we deal with the Skaven, then I go jump in there. I don't know what Valkia is doing. I don't care what she's doing, right? Like... Ooh, those guys.
Be sure to put your
Ignore that.
gold.
So we got Skaven boys right now. So we're at 90%. Can I declare war on these guys? No. Not for 3 turns.
See,
Might be beneficial though.
all power. Fell sorcery.
Okay.
Frost. There is no need for hostilities.
There we go, more money. All because of the quest battle vision. I'm a bit concerned here. So instead I'm just going to withdraw. The reason I'm concerned has more to do... Yeah, let's get the Dwarf Hall. Because I should be able to... Like, I do still have that quest battle, but I'd rather not do it. Like, that's the thing. You can make decisions. Like, for me, for instance, in this case, as an example, just the fact... Oh, you're not getting away, my dude.
Joey, forward!
Yeah. Who gives a shit, basically. Ooh, that was decent.
You know who I am. Cuz!
Okay, do I have enough movement?
Tell them! The dwarfs need me. I'm here.
Good, good, good. So some financial problems resolved. Like, I know I don't need the artillery hull, but it's more so like I just want to... Yeah, gonna get some iron drakes.
My anger burns
I could get one more.
I
Not really.
am the white
Okay, so over
dwarf.
here we want... What do we want? What do we want? More thunder. We want the ammo.
Aye?
Here... gonna start getting the special skill line.
Axe.
And make sure to get Blade Shield for that extra survivability.
You know who
Are
I
the
am.
Skaven dealt with? That's my question right now.
instrument.
Yes, they're
Bird.
gone.
Supreme.
Good.
Who calls?
Very good. So now,
How can I
I
help?
might have to do that quest battle. But it depends. It might be worth going after Tarix first. Like, Tarix is not going to be a
I'm
threat.
here now.
Like, at all. In any way.
Unparalleled. Helibron.
Attention.
When Loic died.
Repel chaos.
Yes.
The Alright. Empire. Seems like Frot is going to die right there. What the hell is Valkia up to? Bronda's still alive for whatever unknowable reason. She might be marching north though. I don't know. Like, she might be trying to get the jump on me right there. I know it's not necessarily efficient for me to just spend so much money recruiting. It would have been better to get those buildings. Okay, there is Valkia. Pros and cons, pros and cons. If I deal with Tarix, I solve my financial issues. Same time, if I lose Nagron... It's kind of one of those situations where you gotta make a decision, right? Like, you gotta make that split decision. Let's see the movement range. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's gonna be fun, gentlemen. Okay. That's,
Need me.
that's the one. That really is the one. It is something you do want to do as quickly as possible, and it would be extremely beneficial.
Time.
Undeniably so. I do have... Okay, so I'm just gonna go over the idea of how you get Gotrek and Felix. So I want an Armor of Destiny on... Well, no, I'm not on him. I'm gonna give him the this guy the Armor of Destiny, because the Engineer can avoid a lot of the damage. Put the Helm of Discord here. Now,
Who calls me?
I can get a Regiment Renown, but I think I can handle it with 19 units. Besides, I'm gonna get rid of these guys, or maybe these fellas right here, or a regular Dwarf Warrior after this. By the way, I'd recommend getting the Long Drunk Slayer Regiment, because a lot of the times when you confederate another Dwarf, another major Dwarf faction, there is, let's just say, a particular tendency... Okay, so does she have... I don't have, like, I could do it, but she's certainly not gonna do it.
Let it out. I'm out.
So right now we got, the decision is kind of made. I'm just going to go deal with Gotrek and Felix. That's gonna be, that is gonna be something, right? But
Who I am.
it is very much worth doing, right? So here's how we do it. Like, it says close victory, but obviously this battle can be a bit of an annoyance. But let me just go over how you do it in it. Getting an engineer to have Zofar 42 pounders, very useful. Having, like, as long as you have a single unit of gyrocopters, that is enough. 3 units, that's luxury. That's all you need to know. Here we are. Okay, deployment-wise, here's what we do. There are no range units, so you're pretty fine for that. Here's how you deal with this battle. You form a nice solid block of all your ranged units over here in the center. You put your melee units on the flanks. You will be flanked.
White dwarf.
You will actually be viciously attacked from the front as well. The value of these particular slayers...
The ancestors.
Okay.
Jumps away.
Now, here, we got 2 objectives with the gyrocopters. A single unit is enough, 2 is nice to have. So we move closer. Slaanesh is fast, remember that. Well, and those Chaos Furies can absolutely obliterate you. We want... Okay, that's done it, that's done it, that's done it. Get the hell back. Just get back. All of the Slaaneshis are in. We can use the melee defense from Grombrindal. Importantly, all of the Slaaneshis are engaged. And now we will take damage. Make no mistake on that. Having a flash bomb, very good, because the flash bomb will help keep them alive.
Move on! Nothing can stop us! Ready to strike! Go!
So just about making sure
Fire on the foe!
that those enemy heroes
Down!
are engaged as quickly as possible. Pumping out the Rune of Wrath and Rune right there. And you need to kill the enemy lords as quickly as possible. There's some Fiends of Slaanesh coming in. Alright. All the enemy flyers have been engaged, so not an issue. Gotrek is low HP, to be sure. He does love to play fast and loose with that. But he does regenerate 3 HP when he's in close proximity to...
Fire! Reload! Fire! But no! Range far, range fast! Zah! Aye! Range far, range
There we go.
fast. Plow through! Hit them!
And now I send all these melee units.
Shocks away! The runes are cast! Let's turn the tide! We demand blood! Go!
The flank over there is certainly taking a pounding, but that's why we get Iron Drakes there.
Charge!
It's tricky, to be sure. We get those guys back.
Gyrocopter!
Increase that melee defense. And that's it. You kill the hero, you get the heroes engaged as quickly as possible. There will be far less summons. You send your heroes, and maybe, you know, I could have made this easier, a lot easier if I had sent some 2 melee units. You get the Lurus in, you kill them, you focus on that. It depends on who you have, right? But, like, every Dwarf Legendary Lord is pretty damn good in melee, so just remember that. And yeah, you just gotta try and reduce the damage you're gonna take in the battle. And now we get Gotrek and Felix. The reason Gotrek and Felix are so important is because Felix gives you replenishment, so pretty important stuff to have. Alright, we have done that. I also got a Master Rune of... No, I do, actually. From what? Hold on a second, I'm gonna try and figure this out. Oh, okay, so, yeah, so the battles against Dark Elves. Sorry, I forgot that was still a quest. Right, over here, what we want... Recruitment cost or ranks? Let's get ranks, because it will help us. We want cooldown, magic item drop chance. Spell resistance would be nice, but it's not important. We're gonna deal with Valkia. Like, obviously I'll get it later. Here we want more increased mobility, so I think we're at the mobility cap. So we get 25%. 25% over there from the hero, from what the game is telling me. 15, so 40%. And yeah, we're actually over the cap. So here I'm going to take a page from Legend of Total War, actually, and what he was doing recently. So here, let's get him.
Demon Slayer.
And what we're going to do, just recruit 1 unit. Not more. Not more, not more.
The Dwarfs
And we're going to transfer 1 of these units. I know my Rune Lord is damaged. I don't expect necessarily Valkia to attack, though if she does, you know, we do have the garrison in Nagrand.
Chance would be a fine thing.
moving out.
Let's move these guys too. We do have the garrison in Nagrand. So if she does attack, if she does decide to attack, that will be good. And over here, we just pick up free iron drakes. I'm still not getting artillery. I didn't get the artillery building for the sake of grudge throwers. Here, might get the rebellion, so we're just going to cancel the income. I am 3 turns away from being able to... Like, it's the raiding aspect. Now, let me explain something here. And collect the intern. The AI has a couple of triggers that make it more willing to attack your territory. One of those triggers, you're on your own, my dude. One of those particular triggers is this. When you are building something in a settlement, the AI is more motivated to attack. When you're recruiting with an army outside of a settlement, they're more willing to attack you, especially if that army has very few units, as this one does have. When you do... Basically, when you're in any kind of vulnerable position, the AI is willing to attack you. This is guaranteed. So I knew Valkia, like, I had seen her take down the Great Arena. Who do you think was going to do that? It's obviously Valkia that was doing that. So I guaranteed that she was going to do this. Like, I knew she was going to do this. For certain. Oh, look, she's got another army marching there. Who gives a damn? Right, basically. So over here, let's get... You know, I think I'm going to get rid of some of these guys and get more Thunderers, because I may have over-recruited a bit. Just a bit.
Yes, yes.
So, both of these armies are in forced march. Let me just move this. I cannot resolve this. But, do I need to resolve this? Okay, so... This is going to be the culmination of everything I've built up. Valkia is in forced march. She is very strong. No denying that. But she is in forced march. My reinforcements are going to show up. The reason I didn't move Grombrindal to attack this army is I want to send him north to deal with her secondary army. So this is going to be a lot easier than you might think. I am going to need to give Grombrindal a bit of time to deploy. But, you know, the Demon Slayer over here, he's going to do a great job with that. So this is the key. Like, you can use this against Malekith as well, to be sure. Okay, so I need a bit of time to deploy here, but Valkia is on the defensive, so she is not going to be so eager to attack me. And even if she does, yeah, it's going to take her some time to do so. Where do I want to deploy? How do I want to deploy? So, yes, I do need to be concerned a bit about her. She's pretty fast, but my gyrocopters are faster. And she's probably not that great. Like, the only thing she has... is herself, of course. She's got some Chaos Furies. Although... Yeah, deal with that. She's got some Chaos Furies, but that's not really a concern. Okay, so, gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome, gentlemen, to the great battle of our time. Let us deploy right so. We do want to lure her into attacking us. We're going to position... Like, the Iron Drakes are pretty fine. Will be pretty fine. They're going to protect this particular flank. And we're just going to go hunting for Valkia. Make sure to disable guard mode for these guys. So my only concern here are those Chaos Furies. She won't have them. Like, if she had the stack of Chaos Furies, I'd actually be concerned. But she doesn't have a stack of Chaos Furies. She has 1 unit of Chaos Furies. So it's like, what the fuck are we gonna do, right? Now, Valkia is really tenacious. To be certain. She's not as fast as the gyros, but she's faster than her army. This is a key to dealing with Azazel, by the way, if you ever fight him. Not as the dwarves, but as Kislev, right? So if you ever end up in a situation where you're fighting Azazel, this is how you deal with it. You... Okay, their flanking attacks are coming in. She is gonna use her ability. Now she's waiting for her army, but she's just sitting there menacingly. So much for the mighty Valkia. Okay, forget that. Let's focus on the Cav, because like that's actually dangerous. Like yeah, the moment when Valkia is a fucking joke, it's like yeah. Though to be fair, like nothing here is actually dangerous. So it's like whatever. Keep in mind that fire resistance she does have on her units is going to be a bit of an issue. But yeah, let's just deal with the Exalted Bloodletters. Oh, she engaged me in melee. Whatever shall I do? How horrible. Cast Furies. I mean, she's obviously very tough in melee, but it's like, hello, Gotrek and Felix. How about you kindly freaking slaughter her? Okay, yeah, I forgot freaking Gar mode. So tired. I use it, I keep it enabled for the benefit of my ranged units, to be sure. Because, like, if you give a ranged unit an attack order in that kind of situation, okay, so her hero is coming in. Let's end the Feign. Demon Slayer should be able to kill that. She's got a bunch of highly experienced units, but you lose your leader, you're kind of screwed. And she's gone. I don't really care about the regiment right now. Like that's whatever. Regular units you do care about for pretty damn obvious reasons. It's also funny that AI like literally recruits halberds. Who exactly is going to hit you with freaking? Come on. That's just like an annoyance, really, at this point. Burn. Burn in the fires of Rubicon. Oh, sorry, wrong franchise. Yeah, as I said, she's dead. That's Valkia. Val is one. Everything else is cleanup. Alright, she's done. We got a lot of oath gold. By the way, this is like the amount of oath gold I got there is actually a really big reason as to why you should always okay, we're gonna get some. Yeah, you know what? You did your job, my dude. Thank you. Like he literally was the lure, the bait, if you will, for all of this. So what happens now? Well, the campaign is won, effectively. Everything else is cleanup in this particular situation. Okay, what do I want? Like, it doesn't matter there, so we actually want just... I mean, it's too late, right? So what do we do now? This army is gonna come over here. I'm here now. While Grombrindal goes to deal with everything else. Tarex may come in from the south and be a bit of an issue, to be sure. But yeah, Valkia's armies are done. She's finished. Now, the reason I'm recruiting so many Iron Drakes here, I would not normally recruit 4 Iron Drakes. But I kind of like want to merge these armies together. What about artillery? Well, I just completed an Age of Reckoning right there. So the artillery, get out of your 40. The artillery is going to be sorted out next, like once the Age of Reckoning begins. As for the rebellion that can happen here, once I fill this up, once the Age of Reckoning begins, it won't be a problem. Get Blade Master. Stubborn Defiance is better than hard to hit for Slayers in general. Get Replenish Troops, Blade Master, Full Plate Armor. Okay, so that's effectively the campaign. Like everything else, what do you do after this? It depends on your choices, right? So let me just toggle Fog of War. Tarox is a fairly passive faction, so that's the reason you can afford declaring war on him. Here, it depends on, did you get into a war with Valkia early on? Did you not? That is a big decision you're going to have to make here. Your objectives you do get the grudge for eliminating Hellebrand. But, quite crucially, there's a big but in this. You don't need to do that quickly. And if you eliminate Hellebrand too quickly, you're just going to end up in an endless war with Sigvald, which is probably something you don't want to do in this campaign. Like, because, like, his territory is not worth it. So you might just want to have, like, a detente with Hellebrand until you deal with Morathi. Because the grudge requires you to deal with Morathi as well. Like, that's one of the reasons I went south as opposed to marching directly on Hellebrand. But it's up to you. You could take this territory over here. Like, Valkia does usually take at least this, or Sigvald does. If we look at Hellebrand, she's at peace, but she does have a tendency of getting involved in a war with that. Also, we got vision on Talabheim. How did we get vision on Talabheim? Gotrek and Felix. That's how. So that's the thing, like, even if you're not going to do the quest battles, it's actually really worth it to get those grudges, to get those division, because it gives you so much money. Like, I understand my economy is not in the positive. I don't really care. Because, like, yeah, this is freaking ridiculous. Okay. So we're going to switch that commandment, get the settlement to tier 3. What am I going to do at tier 3? Well, we're going to get cannons, and we're going to increase engineer capacity. And later on, I'm probably going to level up this element and get a runesmith capacity, and over here, get Feint capacity. I'm also tempted to get the Slayer for the casualty replenishment, but I don't need that necessarily right now. So yeah, and then yeah, just get these armies together to merge. You know what? I don't necessarily need that. Should I get? Yeah, let's just get an artillery because I built the building. Yeah, because I realized I forgot. I actually didn't lose those iron tricks. Anyway, that would be all. You move on. Now, in terms of grudges, legendary grudges, who do you confederate first? Honestly, it depends on who's doing well, who's doing not. Like, this is the nice thing about Grombrindal's campaign, is you get to choose. Like, it depends on who do you think is worth it. Malachi is always a great choice, because he obviously will give you the Spirit of Grumni as an army, because it is his faction effect. But it depends. Like, I would certainly confederate the faction that's about to be wiped out, because you can always fill their armies with Regiments Renown and Grudge Settler units, save some of those. Like, Malachi will usually have the lowest settlements. Grombrindal is the one that gets wiped out. Belegar, very durable. Forgrim and Ungrim, kind of like that. Like, okay, Belegar and Forik generally survive, so don't worry about that. Forgrim and Ungrim, kind of depends, really. Like, are they winning? Are they losing? It depends. I can't tell you. Because it's going to be that faction potential RNG. Like, it's down to the situation with Skarsnik. If Forgrim is losing, you might be incentivized, heavily incentivized, to confederate Forgrim before that happens. Now, how far am I from confederating Forgrim in this situation? Well, I need 8k grudges, right? And Forgrim is kind of going to be the hardest one to confederate. But at the same time, with respect to the grudge situation, so I have 3 quest battles, so that's 1,500. Not going to be enough on its own, right? So that's one of the problems you're going to have when dealing with this campaign. It's not going to be enough. One of the issues that Grombrindal has, he has no easy grudge that you can do to get 2,500. He is the one, like, if in every other Dwarf campaign you have an easier grudge, kinda. But the problem is you have to confederate Grombrindal before he wipes out. Because having access to this territory is a significant buff. Like, you know, getting the Dracula Spire and all that. pretty substantial benefit. Like over here, once I'm done with those iron drakes, I'm just gonna get rid of that, get another income building here. And then I would recommend getting the Oath Gold building in your initial province, because it's fine enough, right? For other provinces, you know, you can go for the Trinket Maker. It depends on what you want to prioritize. I'm gonna get Rat Poison here. Actually, the reason you want the Oath Gold is not necessarily for the value of these research. It's more so to get to Grand Throne Chamber and Construction Guilds as quickly as possible. But yeah, like, that was the hard part. Malekith, 2.5 stacks, or really 3 stacks, easily done. Well, not so easily. I lost a lot of my troops. Valkia lured her into ambush. Could have done the same thing for Malekith, though. Could have, like, once I took Harkaldra, I could have just put Grombrindal. Like, I could have taken Harkaldra with the secondary army, put Grombrindal in ambush, and I could have used that against Malekith as well. It works better against Valkia, though, because she only has 1 army. That's the thing. And she doesn't have a lot of heroes, unlike Malekith, who can have a lot of heroes, because he can get a lot of masters from the initial barracks. Anyway, that is all. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. And yeah, Trollhammer torpedoes are really powerful. Grudge Stellar Army is really powerful once you get it. It's not Forgrim's level of power, but yeah, really substantial all the same. So, you know, once you get into this kind of position, like, there's no one that can stop you. Like, genuinely. You just gotta decide, do I deal with Hellebron and Sigvald, or do I deal with Alifanar? You don't need to kill Alifanar, by the way. And it might be very worth it to keep him alive, unless you want to go after Be'lakor yourself. So, what you do from this point, you know, go for Tarax, go for Silostra. I'd certainly wipe out Silostra, because she might declare war on you. Maybe make some deal with Alifanar or wipe him out, because he may have a good amount of grudges over there. Over here, I would want to wipe out the Ogres, but second Age of Reckoning. So, like, you may want... I'd recommend saving 2 or 3 quest battles for your second Age of Reckoning, because... Yes, I can certainly deal with the Rune Axe and deal with another one and all that, but it is better to save up for that other Age of Reckoning, because, like, you might have some problems. Like, there's very, very few grudges right here. Would have actually been great if Valkia had taken, you know, like, sacked Harkaldra. She would have gotten, like, 1k grudges easily over there. She did not. But don't feel pressure to declare war on a faction just because you get that event with grudges. Like, over here, it's better to leave the Ogres be for a while, at least. Kosin, signing out.